Today we are going to study brand Unilever. Today we are specifically studying about the brand X and brand Doe. One brand which is meant for the men and one which is meant for the female. We Unilever manufacturer of several home care, food and personal care brands. Uses personal marketing communication strategies to target specific age groups, demographics and lifestyles. The company has developed some of the most successful brands in the world, including Axe, a male grooming brand, and Dove, a personal care brand aimed at women. The X brand, launched in 1983, was introduced in US in 2002 and is now the most popular male grooming brand in the world, sold in more than 70 different countries. So Axe brand is very popular. Initially, it was popular in UK market, but then by after 20 years, after a long period, it also entered into US market and there it became popular. And now today, the brand is Axe brand is a global brand and it is sold in more than 70 different countries, 70. It offers young male consumers a wide range of personal care products such as body sprays, body gel, deodorant, shampoo in variety of scents. It effectively broke through the clutter by finding the right target group and delivering personal marketing messages that touch home. So basically, Axe has 4 to 5 different segments like body sprays, body gel, deodorant, shampoo, and it has got a well-defined target group. Maybe teenagers or the adult people, they would like to use this product frequently. The biggest opportunity existed with the males who might have felt a need for help in attracting the opposite gender and could easily be persuaded to buy the products to help their appearance. So you must have seen that at the time of whenever a teenager male or adult male want to attract a female, they would like to spray the perfume or the deodorant to have fresh smell, to have a very nice smell. Most ads use most ads advertisement use humor and attraction, often featuring skinny average guy attracting beautiful girls by the dozen, hundreds, or even thousands after dousing themselves with the eggs. So you might have seen the eggs advertisement. Sorry. In the eggs advertisement, it is shown that one ordinary guy is attracting beautiful women by just spraying deodorant or perfume, which is from the Axe bottle, and girls get attracted towards that particular ordinary person. The result, the brand is aspirational and approachable, and the light-hearted tone appeals to young men. So all these advertisements are like basically comic, or it has got humor and it is light-hearted. It is making that brand aspirational, and many people like to purchase this brand. Axe has won numerous advertising awards not only for its creativity but also for its effective use of unconventional media channels. So Axe is using unconventional media channels which are not earlier used. Maybe you might have heard about guerrilla marketing that is used, that somebody is not expecting, but that kind of advertisement can be done. The advertisement, unconventional advertisement, can be done in any odd manner which is not generally used, like we use print advertisement, radio advertisement, television commercial, online advertisement, magazine advertisement. That is not used. Anything which is created can be used, from AG online videos to video games, mating games toolkit, chat rooms, mobile apps. Axe brand engages young adult males at relevant times, locations, and environments. So what they are using, just you can see, they are using video games. They are using online videos. They are using mating game toolkits. They are using chat rooms. They are using mobile apps to engage adult males so that the brand will remain relevant in times and location and in environment. In Colombia, for example, a female ex-patrol scopes out the bar and club scene and sprays men with the Axe body spray. Unilever marketing director Kevin George explained this is all about going beyond the 30-second TV commercial to create a deeper bond with our guy. So you must watch the Axe advertisement television commercial. You will find them on YouTube, and these commercials are very creative. You will come to know how such a brand like deodorants, perfume, and the brands which is created for the teenager and adult male can be advertised nicely. Axe knows where to reach its consumer. It advertises only on male-dominated networks such as MTV, ESPN, Spike, Comedy Central. It partners with the NBA, NCAA, which draw young male audiences and runs advertisement during big sponsoring events. So, Hindustan Unilever is very clever advertiser. He is spending amount for advertisement on the channels which are mostly seen by male dominated community, like which is sorry it Unilever is giving advertisement on the television channels which are mostly viewed by the male, like MTV, ESPN, Spike, Comedy Central. They are also sponsoring teams like NBA and NCAA, so that most of the time male they come to watch this competition, this sports competition, and that is the good time to show the advertisement so that you get maximum visibility. You can reach to maximum customers. After X Super Bowl commercial ran in February 2014, it was viewed on YouTube.com more than 100 million times. So there was a Super Bowl competition which generally happens before before one before Olympics or before soccer. I think Super Bowl is something which happens before a football competition like soccer competition, and it is the time when maximum customers are watching that competition, and there is great chance to showcase your brand or advertisement or marketing campaign. Print ads appear in Playboy, Rolling Stone, GQ, and Magazine. So there are magazines specifically read by the adults and teenagers. Their Axe is giving advertisement. Axe online efforts via Facebook and Twitter help drive consumers back to its website and axeeffect.com. So they are also using social media like Facebook, Twitter, then website, and they have a website called xeffect.com. Unilever understands that it must keep the brand fresh, relevant, and cool in order to stay current with its fickle young audience. So every year, young generation will come, and a young to remain relevant, to remain contemporary, to remain fresh, to remain cool. They have to come up with new ideas how to tap the new generation. As a result, the company launches a new fragrance every year and refreshes its online and advertising communication constantly, realizing that new young males enter and exit the target market each year. So every year, the new customer will come and older customer will exit the that particular category. That's why they are keeping this brand fresh, relevant, and cool, and they are launching new products to attract the customers. Axe success, Axe success in personal marketing has lifted the brand to become the leader in what many had thought was the mature deodorant category. So earlier people thought that deodorant category is mature category, it is saturated category, and there is no scope for the development, there is no scope for the growth. But Hindustan Unilever has come up with the uh, different game, different plan, and they played it wisely, and they could now created a lot of curiosity in this category. On the other side of the personal marketing spectrum, Unilever's Dove brand speaks to the women with a different tone and message. So there is one more brand from Unilever, Dove, which is specially made for the female customers. In 2003, Dove shifted away from its historical advertising, which touted the brand's benefit of one quarter moisturizing cream, and launched the Real Beauty campaign. So Dove campaign is mostly you will see around it is around the moisturizer cream and real beauty of the women. The Real Beauty celebrated real women and spoke personally to the target market about the notion that beauty comes in all shapes, size, ages, and colors. So we have faith, we have belief, especially in India, that fairness is equivalent to beauty. But Doe wants to break that myth, Doe wants to break that faith, Doe wants to break that belief, and Doe wants to communicate that beauty is not restricted just towards fairness. Fairness is one aspect, but there are hundreds other aspects which has to be taken care, which has to be considered. So we have to consider shape, we have to consider size, we have to consider age, we have to consider color, and their combination in terms of beauty. Also, personality is also one uh, important factor. The campaign personality, self confidence, then the behavior, humbleness, politeness are also matter, and these are also part of beauty. The campaign arose from research revealing that only 4% of the women worldwide think they are beautiful. So we think that every woman is thinking herself more beautiful than other. That is our perception. But when the research was done, only 4% women thought that they are beautiful. The first phase of the Real Beauty campaign featured non-traditional female models and asked viewers to judge their looks online and decide whether they are wrinkled or wonderful, oversized or outstanding. So they did one survey on the people, and they were shown customers were shown, people were shown uh, some photographs of the female, and they were asked to check to tick in front of the word, and they were shown some photographs and asked whether can you see the wrinkled woman or can you see the wonderful woman. And the in one of the question they asked, can you see do you consider the women these particular women in photograph is oversized, or you consider these women as outstanding. So whenever we ask others to define beauty or to evaluate the women, they are giving more respect, or they are saying most of the women are beautiful. But women, they have inferiority complex, most of them, and only 4% women think that they are beautiful. Otherwise, 96% women think that they are not beautiful. So Doe wants to communicate to the women that they should not have any inferiority complex. Everybody, fairness doesn't mean beauty, and there are various different aspects of the beauty. The personal question shocked many but created such a large PR public relation buzz that Doe continued the campaign. So because of these kind of research, because of these kind of revelation, because of these kind of controversy, uh, uh, there was instant good word of mouth publicity happened for the Doe, and this Doe wanted to retain, so they created buzz with public relation. The second phase featured candid and confident images of the curvy, full-bodied women. Again, the brand smashed stereotypes about what should appear in advertising and touched many women worldwide. The third phase, Pro Age, featured older nude women and asked questions like, does beauty have an age limit? Immediately, the company heard positive feedback from its older consumers. Doe also started a self-esteem fund aimed at helping women feel better about their looks. In addition, Doe released a series of short Doe films, one of which, Evolution, won both a Cyber and Film Grand Prix at the International Advertising Festival in Cannes in 2007. So Doe is only not a good product; they are also equally good in advertising. They have also won the prestigious award for their marketing campaign and for their advertising. For the advertise, if you want to learn marketing campaign how to do it, then you should study Doe brand. The film shows a rapid motion view of an ordinary looking woman transformed by makeup artists, hairdressers, lighting, and digital retouching to end up looking like a billboard supermodel. So, in one of their advertisement, very ordinary looking girl or very ordinary looking women were transformed to a supermodel by just providing some cosmetic changes. The end tagline is no wonder our perception of the beauty is distorted. The film became an instant viral hit. So there is an advertisement, you must see this advertisement. The transformation of one lady from ordinary look to supermodel look. Doe followed up with Onslaught, a short film. Doe followed up with the Onslaught, a short film that showed a fresh-faced young girl being bombarded with the images of sexy, half-dressed women and promises of products to make her look smaller, softer, firmer, and better. Though 2013 film called Sketches featured a police sketch artist who drew two pictures of the same woman. For one, the woman described herself to the sketch artist from behind a curtain, and for the other, total stranger described her. The difference in language and description revealed how women are often their harshest beauty critics. So there is advertisement in which there is a person who is good at sketching, and initially first chance was given to that particular woman whose sketch is being drawn, and that lady was asked to describe herself. She described herself in negative manner, and that sketch the person who was drawing the sketch, he did not able to draw beautiful sketch. But when that lady was shown to the some other person, and that other person was asked to describe that lady, then that's the person who was drawing a sketch, he drew a sketch. He created a sketch with he created a sketch with beautiful face. So this is the difference. Women consider themselves inferior. Women consider themselves uh, uh, they are not beautiful, and women are the worst critics of themselves. The ad ended with the tagline, "You are more beautiful than you think." The Sketches film has become the most watched video advertisement of all time and had more than 175 million views in its first year alone. So Doe has very good advertisement. You can go back on YouTube and see their advertisement. There is a lot of things to learn through those advertisements. Those latest efforts to change the attitudes of the women and promote positive self-esteem was called an ad makeover. So Doe is creating self-esteem, self-actualization, self-confidence, self-respect in the women's mind, and that is what is making differentiating Doe from the other brands. The campaign appeared only on the Facebook and gave women a power to replace negative ads such as for plastic surgery or weight loss products on their friends Facebook pages with positive messages from Doe like, "Hello beautiful, the perfect bum is the one you are sitting on." So those women who are looking for the plastic surgery or weight loss products, they were sent positive messages like, "Hello beautiful, and you are perfect woman." And these women started feeling good. These women started feeling positive, and the inferiority complex stopped for these women. They did not think about they did not think in inferior way. Unilever in effect bought the ad space from the Facebook for the positive ads to appear on the friend's site, effectively squeezing out the negative ads. During the first week, the Ad Makeover app was launched. 171 million banners with the negative messages were replaced. Although the Axe and Dove campaigns have both sparked much controversy and debate, they could not be more different. Yet, both have effectively targeting their consumer base with personal marketing strategies and spot-on message. In fact, in the 10 years, the Dove has focused on the changing women's attitude and promoting positive self-esteem. Sales have jumped from 2.5 billion to 4 billion. Axe is not only the most popular male grooming brand in the world, but also Unilever's best-selling brand. There are questions: what makes the personal marketing work? Why are the Dove and Axe so successful at it? Second question is: can a company take personal marketing too far? Explain. Third question is there a conflict of interest in the way of Unilever markets to women and young men? Is it undergoing all the good that might be done in the campaign for real beauty by making women sex symbol in X ads discussed? So what makes personal marketing work? Why are the Doe and X so successful at it? In personal marketing, we directly communicate with the consumers and try to solve their problems. The brands X and Doe are successful at it because of their campaigns are very creative, very innovative, then thought provoking, curiosity. There is a lot of curiosity after watching these ads, and these ads are considered to be the best advertisement uh, to pursue the men and women that they are beautiful. Unilever used to communicate with its customer and try to solve their problems. Dough is very famous and profitable brand for Unilever. In recent years, as a result of marketing campaign that has consistently generated attraction since 2004, Dough and Axe are important representative in Unilever's personal care division, one of its two major product groups. Unilever understands the importance of the personal marketing and target specific age group, demographics, and lifestyle. X wins abundant advertising awards because of the using unconventional media channels which were a very effective and unique way of advertising. Can personal marketing go too far in company? Why or why not? Unilever speaks different customer, but their effort is for vitality mission. Both the products marketing says how they look and feels, which build people's confidence and self-esteem. All in all, Unilever emphasizes on its marketing and awareness of its brands and mission, which shows long-term planning. Now, question two: can personal marketing go too far in company? Why or why not? Unilever has variety of product or for food, home care, and personal care brands. Its method for marketing is very interesting. Unilever speaks different customer, but their effort is for vitality mission. By these practices, company can manage brand status and become unique among target market. Unilever highlights the example of Dough and X inter-brand relationship works. Both the products marketing says how they look and feels, which build people's confidence and self-esteem. All in all, Unilever emphasizes on its marketing and awareness of its brand and mission, which show long-term planning. Is there a conflict of interest in the way Unilever markets to women and young men? Is it undoing all the good that might be done in the campaign of real beauty by making women sex symbols in acts as discussed? I do not think that there is any type of conflict which I see when I see the advertisement of HUL. Now speaking about the acts, yes, I believe that there can be the other tactics which the company can use instead of putting women sex symbol to attract more male customers. The reason is because the advertisement can be misleading to male. Question 3: is there a conflict of interest in the way Unilever marketing women and young men? I do not think there is any type of, so this is repeated, so we will not read that. So this is the case study about Unilever. I hope you have understood this case study. And if you want to read, if you want to listen to such good case studies, such informative case studies with lot of details, then you have to subscribe to this YouTube channel, because we are going to post 6 to 700 case studies on this YouTube channel. So kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel so that immediately when we post any case study, you will get the information, you will get the pop-up. So thank you so much.